Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition, a 1970 Dodge Charger. Ooh, I got to give you all the details. Hang on. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, and is it a special one for a Mopar guy like me? A 1970 Charger with a 440. Boy, I got to give you all the information, but you also want to stay and watch this entire video from start to finish, because we do a walk around, we do a cold start, give you all those intricate details that you really want to know about this particular car, and it's really a nice one. Now you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website and this car, the pricing, as well as all our other inventory at this time, which is close to 100 vehicles. Our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Like I said, cars from the 1920s all the way up into the 70s and beyond. So if you're looking for that first or your 100th collector car or vehicle, odds are Ellingson Motorcars probably has it. Well, let's get back to this one. As I mentioned, I'm kind of a Mopar guy at heart. Our family has our 1928 Dodge, which has been in our family 93 years. So I guess I kind of qualify. You know, friends of mine, this is the kind of stuff we had in high school. This particular car was owned by an individual for over 30 years. He has babied it, taken good care of it. Beautiful stuff done. It is a real 440 car. It has a rebuilt motor, and the motor has been done so you have the hardened valves and seats in it, so you can actually use some of the pump gas that back in 1970 we had Sunoco and all that good 115 octane. A little harder to find, but you can still find it if you have to at the airport. Nice car in the sense that it is its original light metallic green. Love the Magnum 500 wheels on it, with of course the radial tires, and they're, you know, with the raised leather. Radial tires is by far one of the nicest improvements that you can have on these old cars, just for drivability, handling, goes down the road better, all that stuff. And this car does have power steering. Power steering, of course, one of those great options that many of the muscle cars didn't have, but this one does. So when you go to the local Dairy Queen or you're parking or whatever, kind of nice to have that power steering under there as well. One other thing with the Chargers, many of them have the hideaway headlights. This one does, with the RT emblems and whatnot on it as well. It has air conditioning. It's got a later model compressor on it, but this was an original air car. Much nicer setup, works great. So if you're out there in the hot weather, wherever you're at, nice to have on one of these cars. Now, you take a look, like I said, it is its original light metallic green. I love the white, you know, the textured vinyl top. Just was really something that they did back in the day that just kind of set the car apart from the other ones. And then you take a look at the inside. Beautifully redone inside. Kind of had a little change in the sense that I think it was all originally green, but they put the white inserts just to give it, again, a little bit more to someone's personal taste. I mean, the fellow had owned it over 30 years, had all this stuff done. Beautifully redone car. Take a look at these cars. You know, the Chargers had lots of good instrumentation, much so better than a lot of the cars that just had the idiot lights, as we called them. You know, you've got some more gauges, more stuff you can watch. It does have an aftermarket tachometer here, right here, for when you're at the drag strip. You know, you have to make sure that you have that under control for the RPMs. Funny story about me. Also, I look on the inside, beautiful headliner. Does have even the shoulder harnesses. First time I went to the drag strip with my 69 Roadrunner, the guy taps on the window and says, "Hey, you got to put shoulder harnesses on." I looked, I go, "Oh, I guess it has them." I didn't even know it had them in the car. Shows how much I knew back in the day. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Great sounding car. Man, I'm sure you're going to want it. Like I say, watch this video and listen to how nice this car is. I mean, it's got the stripe around the back. I mean, the white accents on the hood. Very muscle carish, if you will. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. give us a like, leave us a comment or subscribe, and you can even find us on TikTok as well. So you've got lots of places where you can find this car and all our other cars that we currently have in inventory as well. Well, if you're like me, I'm a muscle car guy. This is right the top of the line, 1970, probably one of the biggest years for muscle cars all the way around, whatnot. This is going to make someone a really, really great car. Now, if you want to come on down and look at it in person, we're more than happy to have you come to Ellingson's because we're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. Come down and take a look at it in person. Now, we can also help you with any other questions you have. Give us a call at 763-428-7337. We'll do our very best to answer any and all questions you have. We can also help you find financing if you need it, or we can also help shipping. If you're out of state, you need to have that done, leave it to the professionals, and that's what we do here. So, well, I'll thank you again for humoring me with my stories of seatbelts and muscle cars and whatever, and the Dodge in our family. But yes, this is going to be one of those cars that would be a great addition to, say, your first collector car or your 100th. It'd be a great addition. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorcars.com.